The things that I've done in my past have led me to this seat. I've chaired redevelopment, I've chaired the taxing commission, I've chaired the bar board of directors, and in each one of these capacities, I've gotten real things done. And the latest thing that I've done, I'm waiting for the final outcome of that, and that is reforming the BART Police Department to the point of we pressed charges against someone that the Alameda District Attorney's Office actually worked and got a conviction for the police officer who shot and killed Oscar Grant. Oscar Grant's family, believe it or not, has endorsed my candidacy. They've endorsed it because they understood what I had to go through to get the things changed that we've gotten changed. BART right now is going to have civilian oversight that goes in place on the 1st of January of next year. And so that's something that I've actually gotten done. It's done.
Yay!
What I plan on doing for this district is a lot like that, by working hard and sticking to it and having the political will to get some things done out here. We're going to create a brand new middle class out of the folks who are already here. What we're looking to do is take advantage of all the development opportunities that are coming in so that we don't replicate what happened in the Fillmore. We know when redevelopment came into Fillmore, things changed. We actually got put out of a big part of the city. We can't allow that to happen here in Bayview, and it's not. It's not going to happen. But it's not going to happen because we have too many people here who can get things done. We have too many people here who've been hungry for a long time, hungry for an opportunity. Well, that opportunity is coming. And we need to look at businesses like we're standing in right now, Frisco Fried. Frisco Fried is a black, Mr. Banks. Mr. Banks opened this place with the idea that he could bring something different to Bayview Hunters Point, and he has. Look how nice this place looks. It's ready for the Giants. We now have our own sports bar. We're going to help this brother get a liquor license. Amen. We mind not having beer with dinner tonight, but beer and baseball go together. So we want to make sure that he can stay in business. So please patronize the businesses that are here, because again, we're only going to be able to do as much as we can if we help ourselves. And we got to help this man stay in business. There was a sister in here earlier who's a painter. She was doing well once upon a time, but the economy is down. We got to help people like that. Business that's coming in here, especially construction business, we got to make sure she's hooked in so that if there are 10,500 homes that are going to be built, she needs to be painting 5,250 of them. Half of them should be hers. It's just that simple. Yes. We got to do some of these things. I know the game is back on and you guys want me to shut up. So
you won't speak. No. You won't speak.
But there's a lot more.
We got 3 more.
We have one. This is it.
Well, I'm glad you're paying attention.
This is the last game.
This is gonna be it. We need our streets. We understand that we have some issues with our streets. We can work on that, but everything starts with getting jobs. People who are going to work are too tired to make chaos out in the streets. People who are going to work and taking care of their families are making sure that the kids are going to school. No chaos on the streets. If we start with jobs, everything else should work itself out. Keep talking about the homes that are going to be built out here, that redevelopment is doing. Well, as quiet as it's kept, we're not going to let all those homes go to other folks. If 30% of these homes are going to be for affordable home ownership, we're going to block out that home ownership to mean, and I mean truly mean, that the folks who live here get first crack at affordable home ownership. It's time that we get folks up. I almost said it the wrong way, but I was going to say up out of it.
We understand it.
It's time that we get people out of Alice Griffin and Hunter's View and make them real homeowners. Even if it means we start with a lease-to-own program. Even if it means you start with you put nothing down and you keep paying the same amount of rent you've been. We've got to work on some of this, because that cycle of poverty that has been continuing for decades, it can only be killed if we give people the opportunity to do something better. So having said that, No. We now have our current supervisor, a woman who has gotten us to the point we are. We wouldn't be looking at this shipyard development had it not been for her perseverance, the tenacity and the stuff that she had to go through to get that taken care of. I bow down. I really do. I don't think I could have. She was the right supervisor for that role because she's a lot nicer than I am. But I get it. And Sophie, I just want to publicly, with these folks who we had a lot of us could have leave just because of the weather, but just to let you know, I am so grateful for your endorsement. It was such a wonderful thing. Sophie endorsed me one day. The next day it was the Sun Reporter. The next day it was the San Francisco Chronicle. Sophie was the catalyst for me getting some very key endorsements in this race. And for that I will always be grateful. And
Yeah.
I'd love for you to say a few words just about your vision for what's going to happen here.